I found an escape within this. It's like I need to get my escape every now and then. It's like my little drug. This is my expensive drug. It's my habit. But it's therapeutic though, because it shapes my character out the studio as well. It's a way for me not to carry a lot of baggage. I get to get it out within myself. I've been getting through it, man. Through some tough situations too. It's like still picking up the paintbrush. And that became a challenge for me too. Because it was just like, damn, you going through this, can you still pick up the paintbrush though? You know, getting up while you being knocked down, like outside of the studio, and just getting up and fighting through it and still painting and getting lost in the paint was such a beautiful moment for me, because it was just like, all right, I forgot everything that I was going through for a little minute, and I was just working. My name is Jonah Elijah. I'm from Houston, Texas, specifically from the neighborhood called 3rd Ward. I think a lot of artists, they do the same thing. Like, they have the same character every time. But me, I really don't like patterns. I don't even like to drive the same way home every day. You're tricking yourself into something. You become a robot. So I like to, you know, adventure and see new things every day. So like, even with art, I like to see new, I like to come up with something new when I'm making it. 2015, I'm a business major. I decided to take a painting class for non-art majors. I was taking finance, business stats. I excelled in the painting class for non-art majors and got Fs in all the other classes. So I got kicked out of the business school. I fell in love with painting. I had never painted before. So from 2015 to 2017, I was cramming all my art classes and ended up graduating. So I'm like, man, I might as well go to grad school. That's like my ticket out. Moved to LA, 2018.
When I was back in the South, like, I just created already. I was my friends' muses, they were my muses. Like, we just helped each other create. Like, we had this family, this community, this camaraderie. Like, that's Jonah, that's that same home that I had at home. He is kind of a sign of that here. The point of view that Jonah has and the things that he talks about, I would say structure of their face, the way they stand, etc. Things like that are like what I'm used to. You see different tones when you go different places, and that really depends on how the light shines in that place. Because I don't want to necessarily credit color to Black people, but I do think the way Black people experience color in their life, community, and neighborhood is different.
Yeah, so it's July 2nd. You're at my first solo show in LA, and it's called A Day in the Life. And it is a day in the life of my life, my perspective on the world, my perspective on my community, my perspective on Blackness. And yeah, I got my fam with me. It feels good. It's like I was saying, it's like the icing on the cake for them to be here, because they get to see my work in a space where it's just curated perfectly, and I get to tell a story of, you know, I get to give a walk in my shoes.
Jonah operates in this expressive space, very painterly and loose, and it's very lively. It's how he sees the world, how he sees his world, how he sees his people, how he sees his community. I'm thinking about his piece with it's like just legs and some Jordans, you know what I'm saying? The absence of a figure, but it's Black culture still present. I think that's very clever.
He wasn't an artist and I wasn't a designer before we went to college. So just to see like me making clothes and to see him making art, just a beautiful thing. Like just to see as many people support him that don't even know dude.
Honestly, the process has been years and years and years. It's not like an overnight process. I've seen it coming out here and seeing how he does the work in the studio and then seeing the work completed on the walls. It's ridiculous. It's crazy, it's crazy.
Well, most notably, my favorite piece in the early stages was a Muhammad Ali piece he did. And so when I saw the Muhammad Ali piece, I felt he can paint. That's when it dawned on he can really paint. His bedroom was right across the hall from my waiting room. So all the while he's growing up, you're going into this waiting room and you're going to see Malcolm X and Martin, a picture of them. You know what I mean? Then you have all the basketball or whatever on the wall. So
he was a beautiful baby. So pretty. I mean, just very beautiful baby. He wasn't like, I gotta have all the attention, you know, you can't put me down. You know, happy baby, very happy baby. God deals with us individually, and he's on the path that God wants him to be on, and that's something we have to all understand. He's got more places to go. His name is going to be known.
If you look at this piece, this is about the house. It's called Window Pane. It's about, you know, the story about me and my dad losing the house. As the viewer, we're outside the house. But in this picture, we're inside the room. You got outside, you kind of on the outside, but on the inside, that's why you have the hoop on the outside, but you could also see it from another perspective. And then this is like stepping into my world, because if you stepping inside a door or a house, you coming into someone's establishment. And then you have inside, actually being inside the room where he's lifting weights. Moving to Cali or LA, it made me reflect back on Houston. It made me think about all of the scenes that I thought would be great paintings from my life. I didn't want to add any abstraction to it. I just wanted to find my voice. I get lost in it. You know, the challenge becomes the background. I just start thinking about everything that I'm going through or growing through. It allows me to just, you know, live in that little state, and it's therapeutic for me.
You do not make consistent work of that volume unless you've been propelled to do that. He listens, he observes, and he thinks, and then he creates. People engage because he's telling stories, he's telling narratives, because everything he speaks is about humanity. It's about like us being the best of ourselves. Nothing about his work is violent or sexualized or sensationalized. He's the right brother at the right time for us. You can't manufacture that. It's all authentic.
I'm just a vessel that God is working through. I'm not just here. This is me today on a regular Tuesday or just during the week when I'm out pushing papers. It's called South Central Tension.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Master the Day of Judgment, Thee do we serve, and Thee do we beseech for help, and aid do we seek. O Allah, guide us on the straight path, the path of those upon whom Thou hast bestowed favors, and not the path of those upon whom Thy wrath has been brought down, nor those who are gone astray. O Allah, I seek Thy refuge with You, Allah, from anxiety and grief. I seek Thy refuge with You, Allah, from lack of strength and laziness. I seek Thy refuge with You, Allah, from niggardliness and cowardice. I seek Thy refuge with You, Allah, from being overpowered by debt and the oppression of men. O Allah, suffice Thou me what is lawful, to keep me away from what is unlawful. And with Thy grace, Allah, make me free of want of what is beside Thee and what is beneath me. Ameen. Ameen.